Hey everyone, good morning. This is Lena Howland reporting for ABC 10. I wanted to take you live out to one of the stories that I am working on putting together for us tonight at 5 and 6 for ABC 10. We are in Stockton right now, and we are working on a story with the Stockton Police Department today. We're talking about one of their new initiatives called Operation Raven, RVN, capital R, capital V, capital N, and it's an effort they've come up with across multiple different law enforcement agencies to reduce violence in neighborhoods. So that acronym RAVEN stands for Reducing Violence in Neighborhoods. So right now I'm joined now by our Public Information Officer, Joe Silva, with the Stockton Police Department. We're about to record our on-camera interview right here, as you can see by our camera. We're going to record our on-camera interview, and we're also going to do our little selfie-style FaceTime interview. Well, not FaceTime, but Facebook Live interview, so that you can kind of see this storytelling process with us. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to start asking Joe some questions. If you guys have questions for Joe as we do this interview, just write them in the comments and I'll try to ask Joe for you. Okay, so flipping the camera around, Joe, tell me a little bit about Operation Raven.
Well, as everyone knows, this past Memorial Day weekend was a very violent and busy weekend here in the city of Stockton for the police department. The month of May also has just been extremely busy with shootings and homicides. So a couple of weeks ago, our chief and the command staff, they decided to put together a new plan called Operation Raven, which is reducing violence in neighborhoods. And part of that plan was to outreach to the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office and the California Highway Patrol and ask them to help us in those neighborhoods where we've seen an increase in violence, specifically gun violence. And this is an all-hands-on-deck approach, and this team is going to be very proactive and has been proactive and assertive in those neighborhoods in trying to reduce the violent crime that we've been seeing here in our city over the past month.
Okay. Awesome. So just to clarify that, you were saying this is now a partnership with both the Stockton Police Department, California Highway Patrol, and the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Okay. And where are you kind of focusing these efforts?
Well, our efforts, we use a lot of our data where we've seen these homicides and shootings occur, where we've seen a lot of violent crime. So this team is focusing in those neighborhoods. So right now in the Bianca Kentfield area and up in the West Lane, Hammer Lane area around the Palisades, that's where you'll see a lot of team members up there. And just for example, just the other day, we had a shooting that occurred at the Chevron gas station at Bianca and West Lane in the morning hours. And one of the team members actually heard the gunshots. And since he was out there, he was able to respond to the Chevron gas station and apprehend the suspect. And during that investigation, we learned that the suspect discarded his firearm, and we actually located 2 firearms nearby the crime scene.
Oh. And it just worked that quickly, within minutes.
Yes, and that's the reason why we want to be out in those neighborhoods, because that's where we've seen a lot of these shootings and homicides occurring. So we know when a shooting occurs in those neighborhoods, we'll have a faster response so that we can try to apprehend people who are out there committing gun violence in those neighborhoods. But we also want to have a high visible presence, because when we have different law enforcement agencies in those neighborhoods, we tend to see that crime in those neighborhoods will reduce, and that's the goal. Right. Is to bring some relief back to those neighborhoods.
So you're saying when people actually physically see a marked police vehicle, maybe they're less likely to commit a crime in their own neighborhood.
And that's what we've noticed. I mean, we've done this type of team effort with the Sheriff's Office in California several years ago. When we saw an increase in gun violence, that's why we're doing this again. Going back to what we saw before. And once again, this month has just been too much violence happening in our city. We've been hearing the frustrations and concerns from our community. And we do want to thank those community members that have, over this past weekend, worked with the police department and submit tips anonymously to Stockton Crime Stoppers about some of these people who are out there in their neighborhoods committing these shootings and homicides.
Okay. And so logistically speaking, when you're having this partnership with CHP, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, and your officers here at the Stockton Police Department, how is this going to work? Are you inviting like X amount of CHP officers to bring out their patrol cars and sit in XYZ neighborhoods for a few hours every day? Or just talk a little bit about the logistics behind it.
Yes, so basically when we ask for help, whatever available resources that the Sheriff's Office and California Highway Patrol have, we're asking them if they can spend some time in those neighborhoods, and which they've done. And like I said, we've made some really good arrests. We've taken several guns off the street based off these teams' approach in those neighborhoods, doing traffic stops, doing checkouts of people in parks. But more importantly, once again, we're trying to give relief to those neighborhoods. And when we have multiple law enforcement agencies working in those neighborhoods in their police cars, the people in those neighborhoods, they see multiple law enforcement agencies, Stockton PD, CHP, San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office driving around, and that tends to lower violence in the neighborhoods.
Asking for help from other agencies, and I know this can be a complex answer, but I have to throw this question out there. When we ask for support from other agencies, does this mean that we don't have enough police officers here in Stockton?
No, that doesn't mean that at all. We actually are on a site task force with all these different agencies. So basically, when we ask for help, they will be more than happy to step up to the plate and provide help. Just like if another city nearby needed assistance and asked us, we would send our officers or our task force down there just to help them out with whatever they need. But we have seen an increase in uptick in violence, gun violence, this year, and specifically in the month of May, and that's why we decided something had to be done, and that's why we asked for help, and we're not afraid to ask for more help if needed.
Absolutely. So it's not a set number of officers for a set number of days?
No, right now I really can't go into employment strategies just because a lot of that is confidential information. We don't want the people that are involved in gangs to know exactly how many officers, how many undercover officers are going to be out in those neighborhoods. So, but we are out there, and we've seen sometimes when we're out there, we're arresting people just right after the shooting, like the example I gave you.
Wow. So sometimes there might even be undercover officers around these high crime neighborhoods?
Yes, there's definitely undercover officers that are out there keeping an eye on what's going on. And that's an important part of this strategy also is people need to realize that not only are there marked officers and marked patrol cars out there, but there's also undercover officers out there.
Wow, that is so interesting. What else would you like to let the community know about this strategy and what you hope comes out of it?
Well, once again, we want our community to know, the citizens of Stockton, that the police department, the men and women of the Stockton Police Department, we care about what's happening out there in those neighborhoods. We're just as frustrated as they are. And when they call for help, we want to be out there to help them. But once again, we just see a level of violence this month that is unacceptable. And that's why we asked for the additional assistance. But once again, once we're out there in those neighborhoods, we're also doing an educational component where we're educating people on how to report crimes anonymous and those Crime Stoppers. And once again, we want to thank those people that live in those neighborhoods, submitting tips anonymously without gang members who are out there shootings, over gang members that have guns in their possession.
Is there a time frame on when this will end? Like, is this just a summer program, or what? Do you have a time frame on it?
You know, right now it's indefinite. The goal is to reduce the crime in those neighborhoods and bring relief in those neighborhoods. So we're going to be, one of our big goals is just to make sure that we're out there until, you know, we can get those neighborhoods stabilized, and so that the people out there have the relief, knowing that violent crime has dropped off in those neighborhoods.
And I think you touched on this earlier before. Has the Stockton Police Department ever done Operation Raven before?
You know, we did a similar program, a similar operation back during 2012 where we had record number homicides. We asked for the help of the California Highway Patrol, Stockton County Sheriff's Office and law enforcement agencies on the federal and state level are coming here to Stockton to basically help us in those high crime neighborhoods. And once again, we're not afraid to ask for help. Our citizens deserve that. We want to give them the best service that we can, and if that means bringing in additional resources, that's what we're going to do. Because once again, the goal here is that we want our community to be safe in those neighborhoods. You know that the majority of the people that live in those neighborhoods are hardworking people. It's only a small few, a very small percentage of the people in those neighborhoods that are community organized. And that's what our data is showing, and that's who we're specifically going after in those neighborhoods.
In the past, other police departments have told us that crime tends to spike during the summertime because people are out, kids are out of school, maybe people have nothing to do on a warm summer night, and that's when we see some crimes occurring. Are you expecting this trend of crime to continue to go up this summer, or?
I mean, that's something that we're talking about, something that we have to prepare for, so that's why we wanted to implement Operation Raven right now, so that if we see crime increase in another neighborhood that we already have that team in place, so we can just shift our resources to that neighborhood.
Okay, perfect. And I know you talked about how it was kind of a dangerous weekend. On Tuesday night, we did have 2 homicides. I was reporting on those on Monday morning. So what total number of homicides are we at so far for 2019?
So far, 2019, we've investigated 20 homicides. Compared to last year at this time, it was 13. Obviously, one homicide is one too many, but when we have 20, up from last year, that is concerning to us. But once again, we're working side by side with our nonprofit organizations, our clergy, going out there into those neighborhoods, really to let those people know that, one, the police department is care, and two, educating them on how they submit these tips anonymously through Stockton Crime Stoppers, and that's really working for us right now.
Sure. Any chance that some of these shootings that we may be experiencing right now and some of the homicides might be retaliatory? Like when we're talking about gang violence?
Some of these shootings and homicides, they do have a gang component to them, and we always have to be concerned about the retaliatory shootings. And that's one thing our investigators are still trying to figure out exactly what's happening in those neighborhoods. Are these retaliatory shootings that are occurring? And that's another reason why we have these teams in those neighborhoods, because we do have a high visible police presence in those neighborhoods. And retaliatory shootings are occurring, and that's the goal.
Perfect. And so did this start a couple of weeks ago, or when did it? Okay. And any, we'll wait for this big truck to go by.
Sure.
Any indication on how things are going so far?
I think from hearing from some of us members who live out there, they're happy to see the additional police presence. We are taking illegal guns out of the hands of some of these criminals that are out there in those neighborhoods committing crimes. We made an arrest immediately after a shooting, and we got 2 firearms that were used on the street. So things are going, we're a little optimistic right now, but we're still going to continue with this because we got to keep your eye on the ball to make sure that we're out there in those neighborhoods. We still really have to focus on those people that are doing the crimes.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, just once again, I want the community to know that if you live in those neighborhoods, if you know who's committing the crimes, report it anonymously through Stockton Crime Stoppers at area code 209-946-0600, or you can go to our Facebook page, Stockton Police Department, and submit a tip anonymously that way. And we do appreciate your help because it's a two-way street here. In law enforcement, we can't do it alone, the community can't do it alone, but when we work together, that's where we see good results. And that's what we're starting to see in some of these neighborhoods.
Wonderful. Okay, perfect. I'm going to flip the camera around just to say goodbye to you guys. I appreciate your time, Joe. Joe is our public information officer. We work very closely with him to get you guys the information that you need about what's going on here in Stockton, about every single one of those homicides, and about missions like this, Operation Raven, when they are trying to reduce the violence in our neighborhoods. So we're going to have this full story on for you at 5 and 6 on ABC 10 tonight. I hope you'll tune in. For now, reporting in Stockton, I'm Lena Howland for ABC 10.